So, Mr. Park Ranger Preston, Casper Weinberger, Mira Weinberger, Eric Adams, you jackasses at South Burlington PD, Mizzou PD, Columbia PD, Phoenix PD, Buffalo PD, Byron Brown, Orlando PD, Mayor Demings, Trump, Cuomo, Fredo. You were working with the now dead, the guy you murdered, United Health CEO, Brian Thompson. You hit him and then you paid this other guy to lead you on a wild goose chase because he really ain't the guy. And you know Alvin Bragg ain't in on it. So Alvin Bragg's going to go over the evidence and Alvin Bragg's going to end up letting the guy walk or not bringing charges at all. Alvin Bragg's watching you all tamper with all this evidence and stage this big-ass shit show wild goose chase. But whatever. That's for a future video. My point is, look at the comments after you assassinated this guy. Whatever hitman you hired, damn sure ain't the same. That was a white guy. It ain't the same guy that they just arrested in Altoona. Patsy, that you probably's on your payroll, just like the guy from Butler. And the guy from fucking Florida, sitting in the bushes on the golf cart. One of your fucking idiot cronies like Bill Kinnear and Gina and Alex and Robert Harris and Daryl Galloway and Dylan from Vermont Construction. Point is, it backfired because you're seeing that the left and the right, as far as we the people are concerned, all you motherfuckers can go to hell. You better wake up and smell the potassium chloride. Not only will I and me and my team get the death penalty, we're going to request the death penalty for you. Well, you ain't dead yet. Soon enough. We're not just talking about the death penalty for you murdering me with untreated cancer that's all in my dental plate. Oh, I know, you're trying to blame it on buprenorphine, and I'm sure that played a role. But if it were the buprenorphine causing my dental problems, it wouldn't be so easily remedied with chemo pills for uterine cancer. The remedies that we use for it that work within 24 hours wouldn't work if the bupe was the problem. And I had these dental issues from the cancer long before I ever even knew what bupe was. I wasn't on bupe when you sent me to prison, and I had horrible dental problems in prison and after. Chad was taking me to the dentist. Mom was writing the checks to the Florida Department of Health. For the dental surgeries. So wake up and smell the potassium chloride. You better run your ass to the fucking SVU, Chittenden Unit for Special Investigations, and turn yourself in and start making a deal with Sarah George. You don't want to be in New York jails. Or you can be in the jail cell next to Diddy. You're going to really prefer state charges. Because Vermont doesn't have the death penalty. I don't think New York does either, but I can't think of any prison in New York that I would want to spend the rest of my life in. You're better off in Vermont with your families. Matter of fact, all of you in Florida and Georgia and Missouri and Arizona and your dumbass Meredith in New Mexico, they can extradite you to Vermont. You're going to end up sitting in a Vermont prison one way or the other. You better make it happen on your terms. Because if the police pick you up, or Homeland Security, FBI, the Weinbergers, since Darla Munoz and Piper and all her cronies were blaming this all on you in the first place, you'll never live to be once if you have to be extradited because you didn't just come out here and turn yourself in, you won't live through the extradition. They'll kill you after they arrest you in New Mexico. Every single mayor, most every single police commissioner, all of the goddamn guards at Florida Department of Corrections were corrupt as fuck. All the judges, all the sheriffs, most of the police and law enforcement there are a few who aren't. The first sheriff, McLaughlin, he wasn't corrupt. The SVU probably isn't, but every other SVU was. Luckily, Sarah George isn't part of it, so she's not going to have you killed. You're talking all this shit, trying to kill me because I'm a progressive. You're going to be glad that you're going to wish the fuck that whatever prosecutor handles your case is a progressive. Which that ain't going to happen if once we get you, if we have to get you in Florida. We're going to file our lawsuits in Florida to get special statewide prosecutors. You'll get the death penalty. I'm going to push hard for me and my team, and the entire nation is going to push hard for the death penalty for all of you. You're going to want to be in a state in the custody. Ownership's 9/10 of the law. As long as you turn yourself into Cousy and Sarah George, and you are in custody in the state of Vermont, the feds can't just transport you. Oh, they can come in and interview you in your jail cell, and they can probably bring you in for trial. But they can't, if you're sentenced here first, you have to finish your sentence here before you go serve your sentence in feds. Now, since Scott and Bud and David Ray are all veterans, their asses are probably going to Gitmo. They'll probably be killed before they can ever be arrested by the JAG Corps. And JAG Corps don't give a fuck if they're 70-year-old or 75 or whatever. You're old enough to fucking commit murder and cover for the motherfuckers and extort the motherfuckers who murdered JFK. You can do the time. You can do the fucking crime. Excuse me, you can do the crime. You can do the motherfucking time. You know the military. Most of the military people who are your age and older, who were alive, Joe Biden, they'll just put his ass down. You military fuckers are dealt with much differently than civilians. I'm not going to alter my victim. My victim's impact statement ain't going to hold back. I'm not going to. I'll give everybody their fair due. Yeah, Dad lied on Mom. Mom lied on Dad. Y'all lied on me. You got a whole bunch of other people killed here in Vermont. You fucking poisoned my raccoon so they fucking died right in front of me. And there wasn't shit I could do about it. Probably to lure out my rehab team of vets and rehabbers, hoping they would show themselves or I would lead you to them. You sick fucks. I hope y'all rot in hell with Brian Jones and his wife. This is another one of the police judges set up to have one of your partners in crime killed. You kill them and then falsify everything and all the records and all this. Of course, now the whole world is watching and I'm blasting your ass, so you got to hire some guy for your patsy that you know ultimately is going to be under Bragg's jurisdiction, and you know Bragg's going to end up going over the evidence and looking at the photo from the shooting and then looking at this kid you've just hired to lead you on a wild goose chase, probably gave him the money for the tickets and told him what to post and all this other bullshit. And Bragg and DOJ were watching all of you do all of it. And he's just going along with it. He just ain't letting you know that. Oh, you've done great work. Blowing smoke up your ass, just like I blow smoke up just like I've been blowing smoke up Meredith's ass and all y'all's asses. And then you're gonna get his wife accidental death and double indemnity, and just like most of those men back in the day, the wives were just as sick and guilty, just like Hazel Moore, just like Robin Moore, just like Deborah Chapman Moore Morton, just like Mary Green, just like Wilma Doyle, just like Willie Gray Doyle, just like Robin Moore. Fuck all y'all. Rot in hell. Wake up and smell the potassium chloride. You better run your fucking ass. You better be having some lawyers arrange for you to turn yourself in. Matter of fact, I'd be picking up the phone and calling Sarah George your damn self, saying, please arrange for me to be arrested and quick. Of course, University of Vermont's going to provide you your health care. You probably won't live in this jail cell either. The doctors and nurses at the jails here will fucking kill you. Y'all fucked. Y'all stuck like Chuck.